right? Let me say that again. You will never become a better you unless you study you. It's your favorite New Jersey entrepreneur here. And today, guys, I'm going to be talking to you about personal development, right? Personal development is the main thing that changed everything, right? It's the main thing that changed everything in my life when it came to business, when it came to entrepreneurship, when it came to relationships in my life. Why and how, right? What is it about personal development that changes everything? It's very simple, guys. Personal development is the study of you, right? How many of you took classes in high school about you? Besides health, nobody, right? Nobody really took anything besides health, and that wasn't a requirement. They knocked that out in like 20, 30 days. Never talk about mental health, never talk about how to actually maintain a healthy lifestyle, right? And that's all the personal development we got in high school. What you guys need to understand, you cannot become a better you without studying you, right? Let me say that again. You will never become a better you unless you study you, right? And how do you study yourself? Personal development, guys. My mentor Bob Proctor always talks about how he was able to go from making less than $3,000 a year or $4,000 a year, something like that, to over $175,000 a year within 2 years. Within 2 years, right? And how he was able to do that is, one, he made a decision, right? He made a decision that he was not going to be broke anymore, right? And he didn't make that decision all by himself, right? He found a mentor. Well, sort of the mentor kind of found him, right? Ray Stanford helped Bob Proctor, right? Gave him this book, Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich. And that's what changed everything, right? Think and Grow Rich is the #1 personal development book there is, because it gives you the keys that you need to change yourself, right? You need to make a decision in your life if you're going to change it, right? And the book talks about desire being, the starting point of all achievement, but in my mind, right, it's more the decision, right? You can have the desire. A lot of people have a desire, but that desire usually isn't strong enough. They're like, yeah, I want a new car, I want a new phone, but they already shut that idea down themselves. They're like, you know what? I can't really do that, dude. Like $2,000 for a phone, that doesn't really make any sense. I make like $20 an hour, or I make 2,000 a week. Even where I live, it's like, if you make 2,000 a week, cool. Like, okay, but taxes, your mortgage, your rent, at the end of the month, like, you ain't really got a whole lot of money left over. So people are like, you know what? I could just use the same phone. I could just do this. I could just do that. And they talk themselves out of the things that they want, right? And that's because they're not personally developed. They think from a state of lack, right? Through lack and limitation, if you continue to think about lack and limitation, the only thing that you're going to attract is more lack and limitation. So to change your life, guys, all you have to do is start reading, start listening to audios, start watching videos, right? The number one personal development series that you guys can get for absolutely free, there is no cost to you, is You Were Born Rich, right? And in my opinion, it is some of Bob's best stuff out there, and he's put it out for absolutely free on his YouTube channel. I don't get paid to promote this. I'm not getting paid. I don't know, I'm not an affiliate. Well, I am an affiliate with Bob, but it's a free program. It's on YouTube, right? You using that link doesn't benefit me in any way. How it does benefit me is to see if somebody actually does it, right, and really changes their life. I know last year I was sick and tired of being sick and tired of my car, right? I was driving a 2002 Honda Accord. And one day I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know, it was like problem after problem, you know, from the day I got it, like, you know, but at the end of the day, I was like, you know what, I really absolutely can't do this anymore. I'm gonna buy a car, and I'm gonna buy a brand new car today. That same day, guys, I got the keys to my brand new 2022 Audi Q3. The same exact day. You know, in the middle of the storm, in the sense of the car market, if you guys know anything after the pandemic, got hard to buy a car, dude. Like, it was hard to find cars. But I got the car that I wanted on the day that I wanted, at the time that I wanted. I said, enough is enough. I made a decision. I'm going to get this car. And I made it happen, guys. And that's how simple it is to achieve the level of success that you want. And if you understand, right? Bob says it all the time, and it has, you know, and as you find the deeper meanings to things that Bob says, Bob simplifies ideas very, very quickly because he understands them at a deep level, right? And that deep understanding is what, you know, has helped him achieve so much success, right? And that deep understanding, in that deep understanding, he'll tell you exactly what to do in such a simplified way that it almost doesn't make sense. You're like, how could this? You just have to let go and submit to what Bob is saying. Submit to what Bob is saying. He has helped countless amounts of people achieve what they want. And all you got to do is want it. All you got to do is want it and listen to Bob. If you want to make $1 million, want it and listen to Bob. Listen to how Bob tells you to do it, you know? And he's not going to give you the tactical know-how of exactly how to make $1 million. But if you start thinking about $1 million each and every single day, right? And you visualize yourself and you picture yourself earning that $1 million, what that is going to do is it's going to start to change the way your mind is programmed. If you could change the software programming of your mind, you're going to be able to change the results that you're having in your everyday life. That is the power of personal development, guys. Personal development will change your life if you let it change your life. So go out today, go to YouTube, listen to You Were Born Rich, right? And there's a specific way of doing these things, right? Listen, he's kind of broken down into 6 videos, right? Like an hour and a half, 2 hours long, most of them, right? You don't have to listen to the whole thing every day. You're not going to listen to all 6 parts in one day. So what I recommend that you do is you listen to one video, the same video every single day for probably 2 weeks, right? And make it a 12-week plan to complete this thing, right? And alongside that, you're going to want to read his book, which is also available for free, which is You Were Born Rich. And he kind of dives a little bit deeper, and he has some more stories in that book. And that book isn't huge, right? It's probably less than 200 pages. And over these next 12 weeks, if you were to go ahead and watch one of those videos for 2 weeks straight, the same exact video for 2 weeks straight, and then move on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And alongside, as he tells you to read certain chapters in the book, and, you know, if you read 10 pages a day or 5 pages a day of that book, I'm sure you could complete it, right? Or if you read the same 5 pages every single day for a week, or read the same chapter for a week, you know, it might work out. Let me see how many chapters there are in that book. Even better, guys, there's only 10 chapters in this thing. So over 10 to 12 weeks, you guys could listen to this thing and read along. Read a chapter a week. Read a chapter a week. as you're going through this program, and I'm very confident to say anybody who does that and actually applies what you're listening to, right? You actually apply what Bob Proctor is telling you to do, you're going to have a very different life in the next 12 weeks. So personal development is very, very important because we have never learned how to program our mind for success, right? Unless you've been around a lot of successful people, or unless you've had some level of success, right? And some people are unconscious competent, just they didn't even know what they know, but they know it, and that's why they're able to achieve success. If you were to learn how you achieve that success and you were able to duplicate it, and what were the principles that really helped you get there, I'm sure you could multiply your success as well. So today's message is to go out there and start personally developing yourself. All right. Start personally developing yourself. Start becoming the person that you want to be. Start becoming the person that you want to be. And as always, believe bigger, faster.